guys, it's Catherine, and today I just wanted to make a video on how to use your white privilege for justice, how to really reflect on your white privilege and your own biases, and how to really become an ally of the Black Lives Matter movement and stand behind it. In order to do any of this, I think that you have to recognize that racism is an issue. You have to educate yourself on racism. You have to recognize that though racism is the racial slurs, the verbal abuse, the like straight out racism that you see, it's also structural. There's structural racism. It's ingrained in our policies. Our society just isn't built for equality right now, just through laws and policies. And there's still people in power, if they have implicit biases, which are basically biases that are and beliefs that are so ingrained in your head that you're not even recognizing that they're a problem, this is going to be a large scale issue. One example of this was the Flint water crisis, where the water was obviously poisoned. Well, I don't know if poisoned is the right word, but it was discolored. People were getting really sick, and it was in a minority community with lots of people of color, with people who didn't have a lot of money. So when they started getting these complaints, they didn't just go straight on and help. They denied them. They made money off of them. Lots of people passed away, and they ended up blaming it on the hospital, which not everyone who died from it was from that hospital. So that's just like a blunt example. Also, immerse yourself into communities of color. Even if there's discussions on racial justice and stuff like that, where people of color are going to talk, and people of color are going to talk about their experience and really explain what it's like for them. Put yourself in those positions to go to those discussions. It may make you uncomfortable. It may make you feel like someone's blaming you, even though that's not really what's happening. It really opens your mind. Just listen. Listen from a place of trying to understand and gain perspective. Don't listen to reply. Don't listen to give your opinion. Don't listen to just listen to people. When people talk about the racism they faced and their experience and how that is affecting them, listen to gain perspective, because you as a white person never are going to have to face racism based on the color of your skin. You are never going to be able to fully understand that or have that experience. So listening is such a big part of this. And then next, reflect on yourself. Reflect on things you've said. Reflect on your beliefs. Reflect on times you may have made mistakes. Just be honest with yourself and know that recognizing what you've done that might have been racist, that might have put other people down, recognizing that is a big part of this journey of changing yourself and becoming more open-minded and becoming an ally of this movement. Look at your implicit biases. Try to, when you talk to other people about their experience, maybe something will come up for you and you'll be like, I didn't recognize that me saying that might have affected someone in that way, or I think I have this belief in my head and I need to work on breaking that biasy in my head because that is not a true biasy and it's affecting my behavior or my thoughts and my perspective on people. So yeah, be honest with yourself, maybe journal, maybe talk to others, reflect in your head, even through art and stuff like that. And then finally, use your white privilege for justice. Now, that might be something really hard that you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing, but when you hear someone say something racist, or you just, what they say is just wrong, and say something. If they're your friend, say something. If they're your family member, say something. Educate them. One person, like telling one person that what they're saying is racist or wrong might sound like, what is that gonna do? How can they change? But I strongly believe that people can change, and just opening the conversation about all this is the first steps of becoming an activist, of becoming an ally, of spreading change, because other people will look at you and they might follow what you do. They might, the people that you say that's racist, they might look back at themselves and recognize, yeah, that was racist. Maybe they'll be mad in the moment, but maybe they'll change. But don't just sit and watch. Be the change. Be the person speaking up and doing something. You can sign petitions, educate yourself, like I said before, text different numbers, donate. But I think the most important part is just becoming a voice and fighting for that. Stand by changing policies and recognizing policies that discriminate. This might be hard because it's very under the surface, kind of, but educate yourself on those policies if you hear that they might be discriminating. If you want to like look for policies that might be discriminating, educate yourself and look for them and start the conversation, speak out about them. This might sound like a really hard thing to do because it's a policy and a law, and it's backed by legal stuff and years of practice, but it's important that we break these policies in order to bring justice to our society. And just fight for an inclusive community. That, like, if you see in your workplace that there are all white people, or just like one black person or two black people or two minority groups, say something and really start spreading awareness of the issue and kind of stand up for it and be like, we need to do something. Overall, recognize that your voice can make a change. You can perpetuate change by influencing other people to speak up. When you speak up, stand by policies that discriminate, stand like by changing policies that discriminate. Listen to others, be part of the conversation, recognize your mistakes, look at your beliefs and reflect on them, be honest with yourself, know that you can work on yourself and you can change yourself. Know that you will never understand what it's like to be discriminated against based on the color of your skin and what feelings you might face in everyday life. But no, by educating yourself and really being engaged and listening in those conversations where people are talking about their experience, you can better understand. You can see what's happening, and though you're never gonna like understand the way that they feel it and how deep it is, but you can better understand how our society is discriminating. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful in some way and you were able to take something from this. If there's anything that helps you in becoming an ally and reflecting on your white privilege, comment down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!